You see, on the 22nd of August 2020, you are actually going to be facing a rather interesting situation, in particular, purely because you are going to find it quite challenging. On one hand, this is something that you really need to work on, because, I mean, this is going back to the last 12 weeks indeed, and it caused a certain delays, and it caused a certain frustration in your life, and it also like kind of made you feel like you had a little failure to face certain facts, and that resolved in you being indecisive. So this is why this is so important, because this is this personal situation that occurred in your life, and it affected you. It affected your way of thinking, and not even being aware of it, it actually affected your planning as well, you know, because sometimes we are actually thinking about something, thinking about a certain stage, thinking about a certain part in our lives or certain parts of our lives, and very often we don't realize that we are actually creating the negative energy at the same time. And I say we are creating the negative energy at the same time because purely the events, you know, the situations in our life didn't unfold the way we wanted them. So therefore that created at the same time certain blockages that are subconsciously part of our mind, that are subconsciously part of our spiritual journey, and very often we are not actually aware of them, you see. And this is why the 22nd of August 2020 is going to be so good for many different reasons for you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, my beautiful Sagittarini, because it's the time, it's the moment when you will be able to feel this. It's the time, it's the moment when you're going to be able to sense this like there is no tomorrow. It's to do with you having a moment, you know, like with a vision moment, which is going to directly connect you to this particular situation that happened and unfolded in your past. It's going to be like, oh God, yeah, that makes sense. Oh God, yeah, of course, that makes sense. You see, it's important because at the same time, the energy is going to be just right, and you will be able to see this. You will be able to understand this, and you will be able to connect to this particular situation that occurred, you know, in the past. So the 22nd of August 2020, it's going to be brilliant. I will repeat, it's to do with the events in your life that caused delays, with events in your life that caused frustration, with events in your life that caused a failure to face certain facts, and that resolved in you being indecisive. And that indecisiveness is just so much bigger than it's just, oh yeah, I was just indecisive. No, baby, no. Being indecisive in this particular way, you also create those blockages when it comes to you, when it comes to your planning, when it comes to your life in general, and when it comes to your future planning indeed. So this is why this is so important, because the 22nd of August 2020, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you need to be as open-minded as you can. Let me tell you that your radiance is going to be at its peak, which means that the power of manifestation is going to be very strong from the 22nd of August until the end of that month. So basically, anything you want to do in particular, this is going to work really well with your energy, my gorgeous Sagittarinis. Listen to me, please. Listen, Linda. Listen. No, it's going to work really well with your energy, which means that from the 22nd of August until the end of that month, this stage is going to be super fertile, super important when it comes to your manifestation and when it comes to your spirituality. This is very, very significant time of the year for you, and it's just going to create this sacred path. At the same time, what you want to do it. Please, it's so important. Even if you don't feel like it, it doesn't matter, my gorgeous Sagittarius. It's going to be brilliant. The energy is going to be on your side, and this is beautiful moment in time because it's literally connected to your activity, the boost of your own activity, energy, and most certainly the greatest time ever when it comes to manifestation. Be as open-minded as you can. You don't even need to like kind of pinpoint to certain things in particular in your life, my gorgeous Sagittarius. bikinis, but be as open-minded as you can, you see, and it's going to come to you because the energy is going to be almost magnetic indeed, which is on another hand allow you to connect and reconnect with yourself on a much higher level, and that in itself it's also going to provide you with a certain path when it comes to the new beginning by the end of this month, by the end of August indeed. On another hand, if you do need to do certain things, if you do like need to negotiate, if you do need to start a certain important procedures, if you do need to sign something, if you do need to do something really important, if you do need to go for a work, look for a job and things like that, my babies, just do it from the 22nd of August until the end of that month, because the energy is going to be absolutely superb. It is going to be just right, absolutely perfect. It's the same when we are following like the energies of the moon. You know, if the full moon if the moon is full, then we do certain things going with this energy. You know, if the moon is like a new moon, then we do other things which are basically in conjunction with this new moon energy. So these are the type of energies that I'm talking about. But most certainly it's going to reflect you, it's going to reflect your power, and you almost can't do wrong, really. So please just use this time wisely. It's brilliant. You are going to make an important judgment here. This is so brilliant. At the same time, the part of your little test is, I know it's going to sound crazy and oh my god, you know, but the part of the test is also going to be at the same time like you're going to be wind up when it comes to someone. So it's either someone from the past, it's going to be the part of your mind, and you're going to be like really pissed off or angry, like, oh god, they did this to me, they did that to me, and then you're just going to think like, oh, where does that come from? Do you know what I mean? This is all part of the test. So this is going to happen when with the situation that happened in the past, or it's going to happen with someone is going to become the part of your journey at that moment in time, you know, right around the 22nd of August, who's just going to like kind of like, or make you a little bit angry. So your job is, if it happened in the past or if someone does it now, you just please just rise above the situation. This is very important because there is going to be a significant reward later on, karmic reward that you're going to that you're actually going to get. But that's not all. It's important to say that this is the time for your improvement. This is the time when you're going to have a clear focus. This is the time of your development, and also when it comes to the actual promotion as well, the certain promotion of your life. So whether you're working or whether you're not working, whether you're retired, it doesn't matter. The new option is going to be shining rather brightly right in front of you, and that in itself is going to bring you this harmonious energy. And most certainly, it is just going to lead towards your own transformation, rebirth, new beginning, and also an outcome of the past effort. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful news that you're going to hear at the same time, and it's going to bring the outcome of the past efforts indeed. Okay? My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for August 2020. I cannot believe we are in August already. So it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for August 2020, and you are most certainly going to have a really beautiful vision. This is so important. That vision is, first of all, that you're going to have this month, you know, first of all, it's not going to seem as big, as huge, as powerful, but it's the first glimpse, you know. At the beginning of the month, you're going to have a glimpse of the certain vision that you're going to have. By the end of the month, as the time goes by, and in particular at around the 22nd onwards, this is going to become quite vivid, and a certain confirmation, it's also going to confirm this to you, that you're on the right path, that you're on the right journey. Your number when it comes to numerology, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's number 7. I mean, how cool is that? Number 7 is like probably one of the most powerful numbers when it comes to changes, when it comes to new beginnings, when it comes to challenges, when it comes to our karma, when it comes to our spiritual journey, when it comes to looking at the bigger picture, but also when it comes to our connection with our dreams, my babies, you know, with the dreams. Pay attention. If you didn't dream in a long time, you will be dreaming now. You know, number 7, it's also very powerful when it comes to the actual our angels, our spirit guides, our guardian angels, and also, you know, strong sign and strong indication that you are, you know, along this journey throughout August, you will be getting all sorts of like a little signs and a little messages, you know, which are going to be really working really well in reflection with your own journey and what exactly you're doing at the time. Pay attention to it when you're like wandering, This is what number 7 means. You're spiritually going to be connected like there is no tomorrow. So throughout August, pay attention to if when you're wondering about something, when you're thinking, when you're like, oh, what should I do? My God, and this and that, just pay attention to it, because there will be lots of little signs that you're going to be getting at the same time. Number 7 is a powerful number, and it also means that you are going to have such an important, it's going to be busy months. Okay, it's going to be busy months indeed, in many different ways, but you are also, the things are going to split in two different things. A reward from the hard work most certainly is going to become evident, and you're going to like it, and also an important progress, it's going to become quite obvious here at the same time. Now this progress is going to be brilliant, because most certainly it's also the sign, it's the news that you're actually going to hear about the results of efforts that are nearly due, and this is going to mean the world of absolutely everything to you, because it's almost instantly going to enhance your power, and that is going to be highly rejuvenating moment in time, because it's going to bring you the promise that it is just going to confirm certain things to you. But it's important when it comes to your own security and power, my gorgeous Sagittarian. It's very, very important indeed. This is also to do with the successful dealings, very important dealings you are going to have. And this is what I said to you before, that if you can have a certain dealings, or if you need to sign something up, or if you need to start certain important progress, like something official, and things like that, just go for it, my babies. This is going to be a remarkable month, which is going to bring you progress, in particular after the uneasiness, after the actually certain time that you were maybe anxious about certain things, uncertainty, and doubting yourself, so this is going to be quite good and rather powerful months, because going back to, this is why this is going to be so significant, or going back all the way to like 10 weeks ago, within the last 10 weeks, what was bringing you like a little bit of sadness, what was bringing you a little bit of affliction, not what was bringing you a little bit of pain, what was bringing you the feeling of desolation, in your life, and a little bit of sorrow, so now it's going to be rather nice flip-flop situation that you're going to have, which I know it's going to sound really weird, but certain things are going to start making sense, like there is no tomorrow, and that in itself is going to motivate you and inspire you to kind of carry on even further, even more. You need to remember this, my gorgeous Sagittarians, adjustments are going to be required. Just remember, because you're going to be wondering this, my gorgeous people, adjustments are going to be required, but at the same time, don't let pride to get in your way, okay? Don't let pride to get in your way. This is what I need you to remember. On another hand, you see, my gorgeous Sagittarian, it's about a swift activity that you are going to have, and beautiful progress and movement, which is going to happen with a little element of surprise, but then at the same time, there is going to be absolutely remarkable decision that you are going to make. An important message. Just pay attention to an important message that you are going to have, and that important message is going to help you so much, because you're going to be able to think about the future in a slightly different way. You're going to be able to think about future in much better and much solid way indeed, but most certainly you will become aware of the actual opportunities ahead that you weren't aware before. And this is why I'm talking about, my gorgeous Sagittarians. Indeed, it's about the opportunities ahead, but also it's going to be about the actual there's a certain of new opportunities ahead as well, but also it's going to be connected to the certain coming events that are going to become obvious at the same time. You're really going to like this, and also an important reflections from the past is going to bring you an insight. When you're wondering about something, like a little confusing situation at the end of the month, you will also have a little connection with the childhood, with the past, but this is not going to happen just like, just by itself, just because it happened so randomly. It's just going to be a very strong connection. Also, there's going to be a little hidden missing puzzle in the past that it's going to really, once it comes back into your life, once you realize, this is going to bring you an important insight. And then that, on another hand, is going to start something else. It's the time of transformation after an emotional confusion. Important. Okay, so number 7 is a wonderful sign, wonderful number when it comes to the numerology. It means that you will be protected, but also at the same time, please, as I said before, pay attention to the actual signs. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Sagittarians, this is really important for you to still keep on taking supplements in order to boost your immune system, please, because you will be prone to infections, and also you're going to be quite sensitive when it comes to it, when it comes to like a cold, flu and things like that. So please carry on taking organic acerola cherry powder. Take it once a day. This is going to bring you this is going to give you a whopping amount of vitamin C daily, which is on another hand going to boost your immune system. Get natural zinc, which is also going to boost your immune system, and vitamin D as well. So it's organic acerola cherry powder, which is vitamin C, zinc and vitamin D. This combination of these three is going to beautifully boost your immune system. On another hand, inside your mouth, it's also going to be a little bit sensitive, so carry on taking these supplements, because vitamin C and zinc are also going to help you with the gum healing. Try to avoid toothpaste. As I said before, I know, but it's important. Try to avoid the toothpaste with fluoride and a toothpaste and a mouthwash with the fluoride. Try to get mouthwash and toothpaste without fluoride, because it's going to be much better for you. And also avoid deodorant with aluminium. Get the actual deodorant without aluminium. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Now, the very first date, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it's going to be on the actual 3rd of August. On the 3rd of August, you're going to hear an important good news. This is going to be brilliant because it's going to be connected to your gain, advancement. It's something that you expected, but it's most certainly to do with the desires that you're going to realize through this as well. So this is only going to be the beginning of an important stage that it's going to start unfolding itself at this moment in time. It's to do with the promotion, but most importantly, it's to do with the recognition of abilities and ideas, because something is going to unfold itself in front of you, and that is going to answer many questions when it comes to the determination that it's going to come out of. It's going to be powerful, absolutely ridiculously powerful. It's about the initiative, strength, activity and important power. You're going to hear about, you're going to be aware of the certain success at the same time, and that is going to bring a deep emotional feeling. Absolutely wonderful. And you will know that this is the time of your own transformation. This is the time, this is the beginning of your own transformation, my gorgeous Sagittarius, in particular after the time of basically emotional confusion, uncertainties, indecisiveness and things like that. The second important date is going to be on the 19th of August. Now, 19th of August is just basically going to make you think, this is going to be like a thinking mode. Something, you're going to hear about the certain situation, you're going to have a certain news, about something that you wanted to plan, something that you were thinking about, something that you were holding yourself onto. But it's more to do, oh God, with a certain fantasy, and it's to do with the unrealistic attitude and imagination, maybe it was connected to the certain daydreams, but however, you will just realize this is something that is rather vague. This is a very important moment, because on one hand, it's going to make you feel like, oh God, I was so silly, it's one of those things, but then at the same time, you will learn so much out of it, and that in itself means that this is important for your own personal process of growth, indeed. What I was going to say is just that is so good, because not that long after you're actually going to have an important time when it comes to the desire, determination and a strong willpower. You see, a new goal, it's going to be realized almost immediately, and this is why I said when certain things go, just automatically, we just allow the energy to expand ourselves, and other doors are open that wouldn't normally be open. So this is why I'm saying that there is going to be an important moment of desire, determination and a strong willpower, but at the same time a new path will be revealed, and that path is going to be mind-blowing, remarkable. It's going to bring you world power, great accomplishment at the same time, brilliant confidence, control over a situation, stability that you wouldn't normally have, and that in itself is going to bring you the recognition. You're going to start recognizing exactly what you need to do, which changes you need to make, and what you feel really like you want to do and you want to explore at the same time. This is important because it's about a certain capability. It's about who you are, what you like doing, what you like doing to express yourself. It's important, and it's also an important reward from hard work, success, and admiration from others. It's also going to be playing an important role. But the bottom line is, the most important thing on this day, it's going to be the fact that you're actually going to be aware of the fact that you are going towards an ultimate change. Something solid is going to happen, something solid is going to take place. The third date that I would like you to pay attention to, it's of course going to be really brilliant here. I really like it because it's the 30th of August, 30. The 30th of August, you're going to hear a really, really powerful news. And this is to do with you and your progress. It's to do with the success. And you're going to find yourself in a very good way when it comes to your security and power, when it comes to material attainment. You're going to find yourself in an advantage, and this is brilliant because it's going to reflect on your health, on your well-being, but also, it's going to make you feel so much better. And especially those of you who were suffering from certain ailments and you didn't see any improvement. So now this is the day when you're going to actually see the improvement. So this is brilliant. It's to do with a victory, and the big difficulty is slowly coming to an end, but it's to do with the stability, and it's also to do with the wish, that you wanted to do. Something that you wanted to do for such a long time, something that you wanted to achieve for such a long time. Now this is to do with your wish. Just remember, the 30th of August, it's very important date when it comes to your particular certain wish, but this is very, very personal. It's most certainly pretty much so connected to your own transformation. Okay, it looks like you will release yourself through your own wisdom at the same time. You are most certainly going to overcome an important obstacle and challenge, but then that at the same time, it's going to bring you, as I said, an important victory, and also very, very powerful negotiation. Very powerful, very strong, very significant negotiation. It's going to take place at the same time. On one hand, it's going to be absolutely brilliant, but on another hand, you are going to become aware of the certain little hidden enemy, little snaky in the grassy grass is just going to become evident here. But then again, this is going to be really brilliant because it's going to help you to make a little readjustment, and it's going to help you to do the certain change, in your life that you wouldn't normally do. So this will kind of work in your favor. So be aware of the little hidden enemy at the same time at around the 30th of August 2020. And if you're dealing with someone or something and you feel like, oh God, I don't like that person, there is something not quite right, just run, my go-to Sagittarini, just run so you can protect yourself. Okay, so now I'm just going to see what is going to happen in the first week of the actual August. You see, the first week is going to be very important because it's going to shake you up, but beautifully. It's going to bring you an imbalance to start with, but this imbalance is going to be absolutely everything because it's just going to kind of also make you a little bit uncertain, about your future. But it's to do with a little bit of boredom, and the boredom, not like what is happening right now at the beginning of August, but there's certain things that happened earlier on within the last 6 months that you maybe felt a little bit bored about. This means that this thing slowly came to an end when it comes to your spiritual journey. So this is the boredom I'm talking about. So now in the August, it's a lot about the unfoldment, but it's also to do with an unfinished businesses that have been created through the actual situations that you weren't primarily responsible for. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So now this is gonna come back and return as an unfinished business, and it's most certainly going to provide you with an important moment of the actual efficiency and also confirmation what exactly you need to do. But it's the great time when it comes to the actual homecoming time, and also when it comes to your own security and power, you are reaching an important stage of completion. situation. Absolutely remarkable. And there is also going to be like you're going to be talking about like a little journey, even if it's like a half an hour away from where you are, even if it's like a small little tiny journey, but there is most certainly some kind of journey. It's going to come up and it's going to become the part of your life here. The second part of August, it's about a certain inheritance that you're going to become aware of, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So if you haven't got a family, or if you haven't got anybody to leave you the actual inheritance, then it means that there is a certain amount of money that is going to be traveling towards you, that you're going to become aware of, and it's going to surprise you, and there are other people that are going to be part of it as well. So it's always a good news. But on another hand, when it comes to you, your life, this is the great time of the enlightenment and vitality that you're actually going to have, because you will know the worst is over. This is how you're going to feel. The worst is over. What was bothering you, what was bringing you down, what was so affecting you so much lately, you will know. This is so personal, like, yes, the worst is over, and that energy is automatically going to re-energize you like there is no tomorrow. And it's most certainly going to kind of like make you work on part of your life that you're really dissatisfied about, but also at the same time and a beautiful unfoldment and news that you're going to hear about it. It's going to mean to you so much, something really incredible. You're going to hear about it as well, about the part of life that you were dissatisfied about. So it's slowly coming to an end, which is brilliant, and it's bringing you a new vision in. The third part of August is going to bring you like a really important turning point. It's a really important turning point, and you're going to find yourself being part of the situation that is going to surprise you. Maybe these people are going to surprise you who are around. Maybe the actual whole dimension is going to be completely different. However, one day at the end of August, you're going to find yourself in a completely different, in a certain situation where you would not think like you would find yourself at right now. And this is all part of this wonderful magic. This is all part of this wonderful progress, wonderful subconscious mind, which is going to take over and come in and guide you, which means that something is going to happen so flip-flop quickly, really quickly, and you are going to respond without even thinking. And that is going to be the wonderful magical moment, because it's going to be respond deeply from your subconscious mind, and it's going to be the greatest response ever. You're going to surprise yourself like, oh my Lord. But then on another hand, you're going to actually say the right answer, because it's to do with the actual overcoming obstacle at the same time, but then the adjustment that you're really going to feel very strongly like it's needed to be made. It's fantastic because it's the time of your rebirth, but most certainly it's also going to bring you the Wheel of Fortune moment at the end of August, indeed, because that in itself is going to resolve in you feeling very determined, in order to make an abandonment in your life. So you will know what slowly came to an end. Even if you're thinking about it right now, you would be like, oh, I'm not too sure what is going to come to an end. But then there is so much that is actually going to happen throughout August that this is going to be quite a remarkable moment in time. So you will know exactly what to do, what you need to abandon, what you need to cut out of your life, what adjustment you need to make in order to make sure something very solid and powerful when it comes to your practicality and security. This will be very deep, but very, very significant for you to do. I know that you're gonna kind of think it's going to be the little hermit mode, because you are still going to be kind of unaware of certain things, and the hermit mode is going to help you to be in touch with yourself, at the end of the month, which is on another hand going to help you to illuminate your situation around you so much, so you will be able to see the reflection of yourself in a slightly different way. That in itself is going to provide you with an important confirmation that you're on the right track, that you're on the right journey. What do you actually need to do? It's brilliant because it's going to lead you towards a success in general, but also it's going to help you out to get rid of maybe a certain person or a certain situation in your life that is kind of controlling you. So something is kind of controlling you, and you will kind of be aware of that. And when that happens, it's also a sign that you need to move on, maybe from the certain people, certain person, or a certain situation, because it's no longer serving you anymore, it's controlling you, but it's also kind of affecting you karmically, and it's draining your energy. It's like a bit of an energy vampire might be there somewhere around you at the end of the month. But this is a really good sign for you, because it's going to help you to move on from that situation, you know. It's going to, again, work in your favor. Okay, so now I'm just going to get these cards. I'm gonna get these ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna shuffle these cards. No, here, they're here, sorry. Hello. Okay, so now also I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarius, if you would like to support my channel, I would really appreciate it. And the ways to support my channels are, at the moment, you can see that the actual Teespring store, my merchandising, the lines that I've designed myself. So you can see there's a link is in the description below, right at the bottom. It's my Teespring merchandising store, and you can go on and you can buy for yourself like a top, t-shirts and things like that. It's just things I've designed. I hope you like it. So these are just the ways to support my channel as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you Sagittarians that are in relationship, you know. Oh, it's important. Page of Swords. There is a beautiful moment coming, okay? And the moment that it's coming for both of you in relationship is just something that, you know, the things are going to come through, the things are going to come forward, things are going to come to the surface, and it's to do with your past, and it's what you both had a conversation about, you both wanted to do, you both wanted to make, you both wanted to achieve, you both wanted to do, but then something boom, boom, boom happened, and it affected both of you, and it affected your both security. Most likely nothing to do with you, but a lot to do with what was happening outside, out of your power. So then you stopped with a certain progress. So now the good thing is that this is remarkably brilliant, because now this is going to come through, it's going to come forward, and there is a very important security that you're going to have when it comes to your own stability, but also, even most importantly, a remarkable, mind-blowing decision you're both going to make. And this is only going to be the beginning. It's going to happen by the end of the actual August, but it's going to require from both of you to do absolutely huge changes later on. I think it's a really good month for the actual couples, because you see, I think it's a really good month for the actual couples, because you're entering a very high and important stage of your own personal security, prosperity, luxury and comfort, which just with another words means that you are going to make a very important decision, both of you. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you who are actually single and ready to mingle. So my gorgeous Sagittarius, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, Six of Coins, you see, this is it. It's to do with an important continuation, and I have seen this before, and this is very important. It's to do with an important continuation. An important continuation, it's going to take place this month. It's going to happen, but it's also at the same time going to be connected to the brand new beginning. The brand new beginning is just going to be connected to that particular situation, but also it's going to be connected to the whole new dimension. You're not going to meet the love of your life this month. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. I would like to say yes, you're going to meet the love of your the love of your life, you know, but it is not going to happen this month. But let me just tell you something. This is so crucial, and it's so important for you to understand that throughout the change, first of all, it's going to be important continuation, and then that continuation is going to be connected to the new beginning and change. And also part of that change and continuation is going to be somebody who's about to start walking into your life, but it's just going to be one step at a time. Slowly, I can already see them. Slowly, I can already sense them. Slowly, they're slowly drifting into your life, you see. And that you will know, you will become aware of it when that particular continuation happens, which is going to be connected to a certain change, is going to be connected to the certain activities, new dimensions. This is also the time when somebody is slowly about to start drifting in your life. So to help out the situation, so any continuation that is happening in your life that you were waiting for, for, just go for it, because next to that continuation, connected to that, it's going to be somebody remarkable who is about to walk into your life. It's not going to happen this month, but this month is going to be, again, crucially important when it comes to it. So my advice is just throw yourself into all sorts of situations and possibilities, but in particular when it comes to some kind of continuation, because this is going to be the key thing here indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarius, I love every single one of you. I love you, my gorgeous Sagittarius. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace of light. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.